next in our third quarterfinal matchup. Almirola and Jason Belmonte, the two-handed wonder from Down Under, are their competition. Rob Stone, Randy Peterson, J.J. Watt still in the booth. And guess what, folks? Coming up this segment, J.J. makes his debut on the Telestrator.
Guys, they've said that they're going to give me the keys to the Telestrator.
Yeah.
I've been dreaming about this my whole life. I've seen people screw it up on many occasions. I'm going to give it my best shot.
Jason Belmonte, that two-handed approach. Whips him in, drops them all.
You seen this guy bowl before, JJ?
I have not.
From Australia, uses two hands, no thumb, and if not the strongest strike ball on tour, second strongest.
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
Yeah.
Oi, oi, oi.
Guy's a monster.
No thumb, just like PJ Tucker, but with different results.
Yeah.
Randy, why can't I get that analysis from you?
Because he's a lot better than I am.
I like PJ Tucker a lot. His shoe game is great. I just want to say that because I really rip on the ball.
Tommy Jones matches the strike with one of his own in this 5-frame quarterfinal showdown.
I'm excited about this matchup. That's the first time we've had strike from the pros. So now it's really going to come down to what these two guys do.
It's Mookie Betts, the all-star from the Red Sox. He's up on the left lane. We may have a Telestrator chance here, JJ. Get ready.
Did he really bowl a 300 at the
Yes.
He did.
That's
This guy's legit in his days at Nashville.
Oh, here we go, guys.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, guys.
Get the pen, JJ on the
Everybody lock
Telestrator.
in. Everybody hold
right.
on to your seats. What we're going to need Mookie to do here. This is going to be tough, guys. We're going to need Mookie to hit this ball first, and then we're going to need him to hit this ball second. I have no clue how he's going to do that.
He did it, JJ! He did it, JJ!
Mookie did it! Mookie did it!
He listened to
Mookie
you!
did it! I telestrated him to success. I don't like him because of what he did to the Astros in the playoffs. I do like him because he listens to my telestrations.
Time now for your hammer top spare replay. JJ, take us through it.
Mookie hit the one pin, and he hit it right into the other pin. Mookie Betts knocks it out of the park one more time.
Randy, your services are no longer needed.
Good night, everyone.
Did you see that? That was the 6 pin into the 14 pin.
Yes.
Unbelievable action from Betts, the AL MVP.
The rare 14-pin making an appearance today. Eric Almirola, NASCAR driver. A little off target on that one. Some suspension issues there with that toss.
Eric was a bit up and down in the
Yeah, that's an understatement.
pre-match. He's got it in him. He's got strikes in him. But
Listen.
going up against a guy like Mookie Betts, that's going to be tough.
Every time he gets up on the lane, the only thing that's going through his head is, I want to go fast, I want to go fast, I want to go fast.
And left.
I'm with that.
Oh, no!
Man.
Oh, you don't see that very often, guys.
Man, that is almost impossible to do.
That's harder than a double doink.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. That's going to hurt some people in Chicago.
Yeah, the 1-3-6 takes the 3 out.
Yep.
You don't see this very often.
You don't. You know what? That
I
hurts.
think the pins were regulation distance apart. I think they were too far apart.
Man, that hurts.
All right, so Belmo up. It's going to have to clean up.
This guy's chirping to the crowd before he goes.
The Messenger gets a good break, kicking the
Great
10.
This guy's constantly smiling as well.
I'll take a 9.
Flow Bowling is the exclusive home of PBA's Extra Frame and features live streaming of all Go Bowling PBA Tour and PBA 50 Tour events.
Next up on Flow Bowling is live coverage of the tour's first major, the PBA Tournament of Champions. All the action starts on Wednesday, so don't miss out. Get your subscription today.
J.J. Watt with his first ever promo read.
Man, I really flubbed that out of the gate, didn't I?
No, you recovered beautifully, but JJ.
What is Flow Bowling?
Flow Bowling is our online subscription to all PBA action, all tournaments.
I was thrown into the gauntlet there.
Yeah, but you did great.
I thought I was screwing up.
Yeah, no, you did great.
It's called an audible in your business, I believe.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Rob never lets me read promo cards.
Nope,
so
you're right. All the years we've worked together, Tommy Jones drops those down. I don't trust Randy with the promos.
Yeah.
Randy is phenomenal with the grease patterns. Promos, I don't know if he can handle them well.
The grease patterns.
I like the grease patterns. We're going to have to start calling them the grease pattern. The Chris Paul grease pattern.
Oil patterns.
Grease
Son of
pattern.
a
Oil grease.
gun.
It's the same
Grease pad.
idea.
Guys,
Grease
I'm not
pattern
gonna lie
sounds
to you.
way better.
I'm more proud of my first 2 calls than I am of this frame right here. It's been a rough 2 minutes for Big Bear.
Mookie Betts back to our match here in the fourth. Mookie! Oh! How did the 10 not go down?
I just was happy I hit the pocket.
That was a great shot. Leaves the ring in 10. Tommy Jones has been spot on, perfect through his first 2 shots. Mookie Betts with a spare here will have a commanding lead. Good player. Yeah, why does Chris Paul keep inviting him, JJ?
That's what I'm wondering.
Guy's got so much game.
It's incredible. I heard, I'm not sure if I heard this correctly, but I heard that he has had bowling lanes installed in his home.
That is correct.
Almirola. Come on, Spinner.
Oh, man.
He deserves it.
They needed it.
So Mookie, clearly upset about the second place finish, went home and said, you know what I need? I need a practice facility in my own home. And that's what the greats do.
He actually also got a customized grease machine for his lanes. Customized.
Grease machine.
An oil machine.
I don't know. I like where you're going. He's got a 97% chance to pick this up. Let's see if he does it. And he doesn't. Man, those odds at home are tough.
Look at you. Those are for the pros. JJ did his research, came in here with the spare conversion averages of the tour.
I love it.
I calculated those all last night, knowing there was a chance I would be on this broadcast. You're welcome, listeners.
Thank you, JJ. Belmo, left lane. We start the 5th.
Oh, wow. Randy.
Sir.
I would love some more bowling input.
That was a face full of 10 pins.
I could have done that. What are we paying you for? I like the term face full of 10 pins.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be honest with you here. I was looking for some numbers. I was looking for some calculations.
Some analysis.
Algorithms.
How about 543 RPMs in 60 feet? That's probably the equivalent of a Major League Baseball player throwing at 107 miles an hour.
That would hurt. That is the analysis we are looking for. That's why you get the big dollars, Randy. Folks at home, I don't know if you understand or appreciate the expertise level that you're getting on the PBA Tour. You're welcome at home.
Last shot for Belmo here in the 5th.
Do you know?
What was that? Has he been throwing it with 2 hands the whole time?
Yes.
Yes, thank you for paying
Where's
attention.
his style?
Well, it came out of nowhere. That really escalated. JJ, you killed a man. You might want to lay low.
I did. I also love lamp.
Wow. With a
I
trident.
don't know how to keep score, but I'm assuming.
Dang it. I knew I screwed it up. Nice.
So Tommy needs 8
I told you this is not my set.
for the win.
I don't know how to do it.
Back to the one-handed technique on this team.
Yep.
Seems to be working well.
Perfect.
That's the winner. Stone Hall of Famer Randy Peterson and Chris Paul back in the booth with you for our final match. Owens and Weber taking on Betts and Jones. These two, well, one of them is going to take home the heaviest and most unique trophy in bowling. Some big names have hustled that hardware home. The King, LeBron James. Blake Griffin, CP3's done it 4 times, but my friend, not this year. Who's your money on here, huh? We got TJ and Betts versus
PDW.
PDW and TO.
I think I'm gonna have to put my money on Mookie there.
You wanted to see this shot first.
I don't know what Pete gonna do. See.
Yeah.
Opening split
I like
for the pro.
I like where you're going.
That's big right there. That's big. This is a big frame right here for Tommy.
Sorry, man.
We'll see if Tommy can pounce. Again, Tommy just so businessmanlike. Just
Yeah.
steps up, does
Shout
his
out
job.
to my man Tom Clark right there sitting next to my brother, man. I met Tom years ago, and without him, none of this would be possible. So thank you.
Tom Clark, commissioner of the PBA. By the way, he is a huge Houston Rockets fan now because of you.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he speaks glowingly of you, and for good reason. All the work that your Chris Paul Family Foundation has done. You guys have something exciting coming up this summer.
Yeah, this summer we're going to actually start a leadership academy with young men, just teaching them about different things about interviews, and as Mookie gets a strike, thing about the interview process, about being a leader in their communities, not only in sport and things like that. So I'm really excited about that.
Where are you going to be pulling these young men from?
We'll probably bring them from Houston, from North Carolina, and also Los Angeles, and maybe New Orleans also. All cities that I've had an opportunity to be a part of, and they've always welcomed me and my family with open arms. You
think T.O. knows his way to the gym?
And T.O. looked like he could still play now, but all he want to do is bowl. That's trouble.
That's back-to-back for this team.
Uh-oh.
Come on.
And I know how bad T.O. wants to win this. I know how bad Mookie wants to win this.
That face says it all, doesn't it?
That looks like he's chewing on a wasp.
Not that many. Well, I'm thinking we're bowling 10 right
Oh, not bad. That's a pretty game effort. From an NFL Hall of Famer, almost able to pick that one up.
Whoever keep doing this is hilarious.
Only 2 frames. Only 2 frames.
This ISO cam.
We still got this. Still got this.
Voted 4th greatest player in PBA history.
Back in 09.
What happened to the shades and the...
Yeah, I don't know.
Who do you think you are? I am.
Oh, the big walk away. He loves that walk away.
There you go.
Boy, that was kind of like a little lucky right there.
It is like looking at a different man without those shades
It
on.
is. It is. That's probably why he's not striking. He can lock it up pretty much here, huh?
Yeah.
TJ in the 3rd, looking for 3 in a row. I don't think he likes it. He's going to like the result.
Put some Saran on it.
This is a title Mookie always wanted. The PBA found out about Betts being the bowler his rookie year with the Red Sox when he was being interviewed, and he said one of his goals was to someday bowl here on the CP3 PBA show.
Mookie done got him a World Series championship. Now he come in here taking his trophy home. Enjoy it, Mookie.
Oh, he just flamed it.
That was for you. I appreciate you.
No.
Oh, that was my
Yeah, this might be Mookie's last time, ladies and gentlemen.
He said it.
Oh, it was for Tio.
I'll make sure you set your DVRs and recording.
Thanks. What about for me?
That was a really good ball, Mook.
Mook takes this seriously, for those that don't know. Lane's in his house. Schedules.
Mookie can bowl, though. People always, it's funny when I travel during the season, there's a ton of people who don't even say anything to me about basketball. They come up to me and be like, hey, you bowl. We should go bowling or whatnot. And they ask me about some other people that can bowl. Obviously, I always say T.O., Mookie. Nelly's a really good bowler. It's a lot of guys out there who love to bowl, and that's why I've been so excited to do this event every year. It's funny, I think it was Snoop hit me last year and was like, yo, I want to do it.
Oh, that would be awesome.
It's all right now. It's all right. Come on now. Run it down.
Well, it's all but over for T.O. and Weber.
And Chris, we're going to let you sneak out early because sadly you have to hand that hardware off to somebody not named Chris Paul.
I might just take it.
You know what? They're still bowling. You're fast.
Take it a run.
Get in the car, man. Let's go.
Right, I'm going to just peace out on him. I'm out.
Hey, once again, in all honesty, thanks for having us. It was a wonderful event. Everything you do for the communities that you've been in has been remarkable.
And thank you guys so much. Seriously, I look so forward to this event every year, and I'm grateful. You guys have become, part of my family, and I say thank you.
Thank you, Chris.
You're a good man, CP3. Love having you out here.
Best of luck.
No problem, fellas.
So Chris Paul, the host of this event, is going to make his way. And then he's going to hand off the hardware to Mookie and Tommy. It's going to sting. It's going to sting, but CP3's got to do it. February 17th, buckle up for the biggest race day of the year, the Daytona 500 on Fox. The Great American Race kicks off the 2019 NASCAR season February 17th, only on Fox. After another strike, here's Pete to close out the 5th. And he leaves with a 7-10.
It's all right, man.
Well, they need 6. 2 balls. I think Tommy can handle that. Great bowling today by that man.
Sure was.
And finally.
Yeah, he doesn't need Chris Paul to hand off the hardware. How Tommy's taking it over himself.
Finally, TJ gets one, and rightly so for Mookie Betts.
What a great few months for Mookie. Won the World Series MVP, had a baby, and now he wins the tournament that, remember, when he was a relative unknown rookie with the Red Sox, said he wanted to compete in. He and TJ, they need to clear some room in the trophy case. Here's Kimberly.
I'm joined by the commissioner, Tom Clark, and of course, Chris Paul for the trophy presentation. Chris, you ready for this?
I don't think so, man. He's been coming trying to win this thing for the longest, and now he finally got it. It's one. Listen, you building a bowling alley in your house, right? You better have this in there. You hear me? I come there and it ain't there, then I'm taking it. I'm taking it.
All right, trophy presentation, please, guys.
Congrats, fellas, sir. Congrats, fellas. Yes, sir. Hold on, y'all know, right? Yes, sir. This thing is super heavy.
You guys, I hear these things are heavy. How's it feel to finally be holding one?
Amazing. You know, it's been a great year. 2018 into 19 has been a great year and a little bit of change. So we'll just enjoy it while it lasts.
And Tommy, this is your first win as well. How about you?
Yeah, it's something that I've been fortunate enough to bowl many times, and you always look at the trophy and finish second a couple times. So it's good to finally actually have one.
Talking about looking at that trophy from here on out in those bowling lanes in your house, you get to look at Chris Paul. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, it's pretty cool. Hopefully I can get a couple more, and then I won't feel so bad about looking at just one Chris Paul. I need a couple of them.
All right, congratulations on your win, guys.
TJ will be looking for another title next week at the first major of the
Svensson, the 21-year-old from Sweden, in sensational form. We like to exclude the baker when we're talking about things like this, Cass. So it's 5 out of 5, 3 singles and 2 doubles wins for Svensson. He's in electric form at the moment, and the American captain really up against it.
Yeah, last night these two were drawn together. Jesper only hit 245 against Parker's 189, and yeah, Jesper's on a roll. His last 3 singles were 264, 278 and 245.
Yeah,
as you said, Wayne, as you said earlier, the 21-year-old versus the 53-year-old. Parker was actually bowling on the American tour 11 years before Jesper was even born, and that is some contrast.
Leaves the one up. Mind you, Cass, I think you were bowling 11 years before I was born as well.
Let's not go anywhere near that. This is potentially, let's call it a match of the day. The eldest versus the youngest. 2 left-handers playing down the same side of the lane. One a double-hander, one a single-hander. Everything's set up for a great match.
He takes the spare. Parker Bone the third. He must have really been dreading the draw when he saw it. Parker Bone the third, as if to say, Cass, not again. He's up against Svensson, who's really high in confidence, whereas Bone has got a few demons to battle here. How do you cope with that?
You have to put everything in the past behind you. Take every new game literally as that. Parker Bone knows what he can do. He can shoot 300 if he wanted to, or not if he wanted to, but he's certainly capable of it. But yeah. Here we go. Yes, for Svensson, strike. Yeah, no, Parker's got to put it behind him. I think this is a new game. It's 10 frames each, and there's no reason why he can't win.
11 pins in front. The 21-year-olds. Parker Bone the third, his second appearance in the Weber Cup, his first as captain. 44% strike rate.
Parker Bone just having a bit of eye contact there with someone in the audience. He shot himself a strike in frame 2. He scored to 49. So he's broken the ice. He's got a strike.
He certainly needed that. We're talking about how you prepare and how you build your confidence. Well, that's the natural way of doing it.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we're not going to say too much about these stats. This guy, Jesper Svensson, has just won the toughest tournament in the world, the Tournament of Champions in the United States. But Parker's won basically everything else, including a World Championship. Oh, look at that, crikey.
Oh, there you go. There could be a twist in the tail.
It's a 4 and the 8-pin split off of a ball which goes in just a fraction high on the headpin. Let's watch this one. Wide from the outside. It's heavy on the headpin. The 4 stands, the 8 stands. And it's a small split. It's very makeable, but he's got to hit that 4-pin, that 6-pin, left-hand side and bounce it across. Possibilities of being an open frame.
This is a big shot for Jesper Svensson. And he doesn't make it. It is an open frame. And Parker Bone III has himself a 10-pin advantage just 2 frames in.
Which will certainly make him feel better. How long for, we're not sure, but he's got a chance to double up here with another strike.
Well, on paper and on current form, Jesper Svensson will have been the favourite ahead of this on paper, but when has form ever counted for anything at the Weber Cup?
Well, yes, you're quite right, Wayne. American captain needs a big shot here and makes it. Hits him a little bit thin, it spins all the pins around and he's taken 10 and it's 2 strikes in a row. Certainly needs a captain's innings, doesn't he? Yeah, pretty expressionless. He knows he's got a lot of work to do. He knows how much damage that Jesper Svensson can cause.
He needs a big one here, Svensson, after that open frame, and the fact that Parker Bone III is weighed in with a double.
Both players obviously being left-handers, playing down that left-hand side. They could both well be corrupting one another's line with that bowling ball going down in the same area, but Svensson's back with a strike in the 3rd.
Yeah, he doesn't stay off track for long, does he?
Closes the gap to just 10 pins. A little bit fortunate to kick out that 10 pin on the right-hand side, but it still counts.
He's up 5 times in this session, Svensson. Don Barrett really keen to get Europe across the line and really put the pressure on the USA. By keeping his in-form man out there. And the run of strikes comes to an end for Parker Bone III.
Yeah, he couldn't go 3 in a row, so this could only be a 9 spare, which will be worth 19. The legend that is Parker Bone. There's 105 300 games to his credit on the American tour. Takes the spare away nicely, but that's not what he's looking for.
Well, if he can strike here, Svensson, we'll have a 1-point advantage, and he can forget about that open frame that he had in the 2nd. From what you were saying earlier though, Cass, two-handed players more susceptible to open frames?
Not necessarily, but if they're not in the pocket, they do tend to sometimes leave weird combinations.
A bit like me and you.
Sounds like a pizza, doesn't it?
Oh, leaves the 7.
Yes, he had a bit of a messenger flying around there. Thought it was going to go over, but just dropped off the back of the pin deck. Look at that. That may well have taken the pin out if it hadn't dropped off. Can only be 9. Can only be a spare.
A couple of pins tried to take it down, but it wasn't to be. And he's missed his chance to get in front. He needs this to remain within 10. It's proving much closer than probably many people thought.
Well, that strike, yeah, it's the open frame has made a difference there to Svensson. I mean, that wasn't far off a strike, actually, so his score would have been a lot higher. But at the moment, it's only 4 frames down, so there's a long way to go. Only trouble is for Parker Bone, it goes very quickly.
Lovely shot from the American captain, strike number 3 from 5 frames.
I see quite a contrast in the style and the speed of the ball here. Not so much rotation, not so much speed. It hits the pocket and carries 10, which Svensson does, but he just bowls it a lot harder and faster. Meaning you don't necessarily have to bowl as fast with so much rotation as Svensson.
Well, if he can come up on top here, Parker Bone III, it would be, I think, fair to say, the second big surprise of the afternoon. I don't think many expected Carl Troop to come out on top against Don Barrett.
Yeah, Parker's lost 4 singles matches on the bounce.
Great shot from Svensson.
He's certainly not going to give up at the halfway stage. There's a long way to go. Svensson's back in there. Still holds that 10-pin lead, does Parker Bone at the halfway stage, but both players working on a strike.
Strikes in 3 of the last 4 frames for Parker Bone III. And although he's throwing first, there's a lot of pressure on him because he'll expect Svensson to strike every time, given his current strike rate. Rings the 10-pin note.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate. He is under pressure, although you couldn't tell by the look on his face. I think both guys are under pressure really here in this single lane format, head-to-head, one game.
Final day of the Weber Cup as well brings its own pressure.
I was going to say, especially with the new scoring system from the World Bowling Association. Parker takes a spare, worth 19. Nice strike here for Svensson. We'll put him back in the lead, only by 1 pin. Will be enough.
Yeah, we're where we were a couple of frames ago.
Yeah, pretty much backwards and forwards all the way through, and as I say, it's part of the scoring system that makes televised bowling finals so unique, and it is a unique scoring system.
Absolute silence inside Event City. Great shot again from Svensson. Rips the deck apart for the 2nd time in succession, and he does edge in front by that 1 pin.
4th strike for Jesper Svensson. Comes up slightly light in the pocket, but that doesn't matter. He's carried all 10. He's got enough power, velocity and rotation to take all those pins out. Sets up that chain reaction in the pin deck.
Born in 1995, Svensson. Just 5 years later, Parker Bone III was being inducted into the PBA Hall of Fame.
You may notice that Jesper Svensson has his date of birth tattooed on his right arm in Roman numerals. You can't quite see it there, but it's his right forearm underneath in Roman numerals. His date of birth, 15/11/95, I believe it is.
Oh, the 7-pen wobble.
2 frames in a row without a strike for Parker Bone. I mean, it's not a bad looking shot. Unfortunately, that 4-pin just goes flat into the gutter and does nothing.
Takes away the spare. But Svensson with a chance to increase his lead now. He can go to 178 if he takes away the deck again.
It's amazing how quickly the game can turn around and scores can change. The other unique thing about Svensson is, and you'll notice when he slides up to the foul line, he actually delivers the ball, and he's about 1.5 feet back from the foul line. Just keep an eye on where his sliding foot finishes it once that ball's delivered. Way back from the foul line. Almost takes another 10, but he's not going to take 10. He'll be happy for the single pin in the corner, which can be a 9 spare.
Neither one of them, Cass, can seem to get away in this game at the moment. They both had chances, and that was a big one for Svensson.
Yeah, it's nip and tuck. He's lucky to get that 5-pin out. It was a light hit on the head pin. It was a 10-pin standing, so he's going to go across lane for this one, hard and straight.
Well, they have a commanding lead, Europe, but they've yet to really crack the United States, you feel.
Well, the spare there just takes him to 1-6-7, so it's still just only a 1-pin lead for the Europeans. We're coming down to frame 8, running out of frames now. It may well be as simple as whoever doesn't strike will not win the game. Two pretty good looking score sheets, apart from that one open frame for Svensson in frame number 2. It's gone. No, no, it hasn't. Crikey, how hard do you have to hit that one? I thought that was gone for certainty.
I don't think he was fully happy with the shot, Cass, was he? He was talking to himself under his breath, but very, very nearly the messenger trying to take out the 7.
An absolute wobbler, wasn't it? Another 9 spare for Parker Bone. That's 3 in a row.
Well, he got away with it last time because Svensson only spared, but if the Swede can take all 10 here, he'll go to 197 and have a 12-pin advantage with 2 frames to go.
Yeah, Bones only had 3 strikes. Svensson's had 4. It's just a slight difference at the moment, but we are coming down to the last couple of frames, so a strike here may well set the European up for a victory.
Yeah, Bone the third has remained clean, but could be 12 pins down here. Big shot for Svensson. And he's ripped through them again! It's a 12-pin lead for Jesper Svensson.
How different this is to Parker Bone's shot. Parker Bone got a spare and made 19. Svensson's put the ball in pretty much the same place and taken 30 pins because he got the strike.
Parker Bone the third, remember, only scored 189, the only sub-200 game that we've had at this Weber Cup the last time these two met. He'll go past that with this ball. And he goes past it well with a strike. It's another 30, takes him to 215, and really it was the only possible response.
Just at the right time, it's the foundation frame, frame number 9. And although he looks pretty cool as a cucumber, I'm sure he's very worried inside at what this man is going to do here. Strike for a 12-pin lead.
Only once though as he doubled up in frames 5 and 6. First strike was followed by an open frame. And he's had 2 spares into the mix as well. Could really do with a second double in this game.
Could really do with a strike here, a strike in the 10th to sew up the victory.
Doesn't get it.
Just the 9. Crikey, this is going all the way to the wire. This unique scoring system takes these 2 players to the 10th frame, and it's still not over.
Well, if he takes this spare, there'll be 1 pin difference. And remember, Carl Troop beat Don Barrett in the opening match of this session by just 1 pin.
Yes,
how tight is it again?
It will come down to a single ball roll-off in the 10th frame. First of all, of course, he has to make this spare. I mean, no one thinks he's possibly going to miss it. He'll take this 99 times out of 100. He'll spare this.
And no silly mistakes from Svensson.
Thank you, Jesper. So there we are, 10th frame up. It's one pin difference, advantage to Team Europe.
Impressive looking scorecard from Svensson, as you say, Cass, apart from that second frame. Parker Bone the third, clean throughout. But he really does need a strike here.
Well, the player that doesn't strike is going to lose.
It is a a one-frame shootout, as has so often been the case at Weber Cup 2016.
For Parker Bone, this must be a strike.
Carry.
No. And it's not. Oh dear. And you can see Parker's disappointment. He hit the pocket, he left the ringing 7-pin, and that, unfortunately, may well be a defeat for Team USA.
Annoyed with himself. Things not going well for the American captain. 234 the score.
A 9 spare is good enough for Jesper Svensson here, but he'll want to take a strike. But a 9 spare will give him a 1-pin victory.
Chance for Svensson to make it 6 out of 6 if you exclude his defeat in the Baker.
A 7 spare will be a defeat. An 8 spare will be a tie. 9 spare or a strike will be a victory.
Massive shot for Svensson. Go on, say the crowd, and he gets it with a strike. It is another win for this remarkable rookie. And Cass, has there ever been a better debut performance at the Weber Cup?
Not that I can believe, no. The strike machine strikes out, wins another point. He keeps his average up. The man is just an absolute machine. At 21 years of age, leading the European side to yet another victory.
Notice how quiet we are here on the 18th green. He's earned that.
And we're underway. Easy. Easy there. You don't want to start.
Weber after the spare. He will get it. And now you've got 2 of them here in Fagan and Weber.
But 2 completely types. You know, Weber's all out there. He puts it right out there in front of your face.
We're going to keep an eye out for that silent lucidity. I can tell you that. So that's going to go as a spin.
You know, the big hooping it up and running it out, and only when it matters.
After he wins. And he'll come in to get the strike.
I'll tell you what, this guy.
U.S. Open title, something nobody else, even his dad, did not do.
Interesting ball change on the right lane for Weber.
That pin has stood up all day. That
Really?
10. That is. You got it.
It's called sportsmanship, pal.
The other side.
Wow. Guys are right on top of each other, playing the same zone, playing the same part of the lane.
And we'll get his spare. So Pete Weber gets the spare. Mike Fagan, the #1 seed. Got it. So he's rolling. Fresh championship is his. And he'll leave the 10.
Pin carry, but again, it's all about the maturation process that Mike Fagan is.
Which has happened in the first 2 matches. Found that one.
There's a ball change now on the left lane. Remember, the last 2 shots on the left lane were both high. Weber using the same ball on both lanes now.
After his first back-to-back strikes. And the ball change. Still can't get the 10.
God.
So only 1 strike. But in this tournament, that is often decided.
Remember,
Fagan leading the season in earnings and average. And came back. The day you've got to make these spares. Leaves it open. That year. See how he reacts to that last one. Gets it back and gets the strike. There's the answer, Randy. Pete Weber being his own best counsel.
Leading by 2 halfway through.
Coming off a spare. Came back. Again high. He's had only 1 strike in this match and will get another spare. And you could see a little thankful that that one. Yes. So he gets his first strike on that one. Big bend and got him. Ooh, thank you. Taking the #1 seed, trying to beat Pete Weber. There's that 10.
That was off 10.
Taken after the spare. Watching the #1 seed bowling for the first and most important time today.
That's got a hook. Oh, baby, yeah!
He knew it.
And with that shot there, he takes a 1-pin lead.
After 3 consecutive strikes. Got it! Focus, focus. Taken after that spare, and he's got it, but that's not what he wanted there after that. Weber finally looks up, watching Fagan. Can he do it? Yes, he can. Keep the thumb on. He stiffens up a little.
Yeah, you never know.
Wow. Boy, you talk about.
Now, making Weber think about this next shot he has to throw.
Fagan finishing it up with a strike. 3 in a row for Mike Fagan.
United States Open Championship. If Weber gets 8 on this first ball, we have the possibility of a tie.
We'll watch. No one's ever won 5. Hands up. The 10. Not yet.
My goodness. What a great. He's got to make it.
He thought he had that.
Got to make it.
For the spare. He's missed one, but not that one.
He's got to have anything less than 9. Fagan wins sitting on the bench.
Strike to claim it. A strike to claim it. And he got it!
That is right, I did it! At #5! Are you kidding me? That's right! Who do you think you are? I am! Get it right!
Bowling history. The only player ever to win 5 U.S. Opens.
Great bowling this week.
Pete Weber.
Great bowling, man. Great bowling. Nice bowling this week. Really. This might be the best title in my life. I love it. Mom, what do you think? Dad, I know you're watching too.
He said this would be the highlight of my career. He got it.
reset the championship pair, 15 and 16 at the 24-lane Island Extreme Bowl, and it's the title match, and it's two great PBA Hall of Famers from the left, Parker Bone III, attempting to run the stepladder, and Pete Weber.
And Pete's going to do what he always does and have his opponent start the match.
No matter what, no matter how, no matter which left lane, no matter how you did on this.
Pretty much always has his opponent start the match. And I like that strategy because the psychology of if it's a close match, I don't care how many titles you have, it's tough to get up there and double in the 10th. Although Pete did it to me today again.
Here we go, title match. Treasure Island Resort and Casino Open, presented by Roto Grip. Parker Bone III, opening shot. Drills 10 back.
He wasn't tight coming out of that break. He's getting around it. He's just, now he's not even shaker. It's just 10 back.
Opening shot for Pete Weber. Can anything get in the way of Parker Bone tonight?
We'll see what Pete's reaction looks like.
That's a pretty good start.
Yep, there's a reason PBA Pete Weber comes in as the leader. He's in pretty close to where Ron Moore was playing, and that gives him a little bit of reaction with whatever part of the lane that Brian Voss broke down, playing a little further out.
Speaking of the PBA Tour, Pete Weber 2-1 in title matches all time with Parker Bone III.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for a more classic matchup for our title match this week.
Oh! 4-9 high, crumbles the 4.
Pete makes a pretty good shot here. I think he's just got to get left just a little bit further because the lane that's tight for the left-handers probably is the lane that hooks a little more for the right-handers.
Jeff Goodyear, you'll be happy to know that the last time these two battled in a title match was in 2001 at the Great Lakes Classic in Grand Rapids, Michigan, won by Pete Weber.
Grand Rapids, Mike J. That Grand Rapids?
That Grand Rapids. That's the last time these two met for a title on the PBA Tour. Parker Bone III, second frame. Down comes the hammer.
That was a little closer to 14. He's just creeping right, creeping right, creeping right, doing what you're supposed to do. The lanes are fresh. You shut your angles down. You go up the back of the ball. Lanes break down. Open up, get around the ball, get in, open up your angles. This is just textbook on how to play a lane as they break down.
So the record on TV, Parker Bone owns the record at 3-2, but Pete Weber has the record in title matches at 2-1. So we will settle it on the PBA 50 Tour tonight. Bone opening double, attempting to run the stepladder and claim the title.
It's amazing how many times the person that wins the first match in the stepladder gets comfortable with the lane, sees it well, and starts doing this. Now he's high flush. High flush, high flush, high flush. That just tells me he's getting more and more comfortable with this pair.
Early. Weber struck here to open this title match, third frame, and get a reset here.
Pete just wasn't comfortable, and it's a good tip for everybody. If you're not comfortable, step back, reset yourself.
Good pitch, two good ones.
Yeah, I mean, Pete's making great shots. It's just a matter of, are the lanes transitioning for him, or are they going to be stable for the whole game?
Difference in the match is just one tiny pinch inside
just
on that left lane.
Yeah, just that little bit in. We'll see how far he moves left on this shot, and whether or not he gets locked in. Because I think he's going to have to get locked in early.
The difference in this match is one half of a human hair.
Just that little bit in makes a little bit more of a move in. He's getting it out to the right, airing it out, and perfect shot. Ball went right through the 8-9. Great shot. I think Pete's got a reasonably good reaction. It's just, it's going to be enough.
Wow. Down go 10. The crowd loves it. Here's an extra look. Don't blink.
Now he's in almost at 14. But the ball motion is just stronger and stronger and stronger. And it's right to his game plan.
Classic battle. Difference here is just one small pinch.
Yeah, and the question is whether or not that small pinch comes from Parker at some point, where he leaves a 6-pin and gives Pete a chance to get back into this.
No chance there. Front 5 for Parker Bone the third.
No chance there. He can get, when Parker can just get in there and wheel it and fire it, he's just money. The real question is how high scoring is this match going to be on both sides?
Well, right now it's a 280 to 300 max.
Pete's got good reaction. He's thrown the ball great, as always. The classic style of Pete Weber, high backswing, gets the ball inside, open hand, allows the ball to roll cleanly out to the right. One of the best physical games, if not the best physical game we've ever seen in this sport. One thing about Pete, Mike, is he's not going down without a fight.
Yep. Amazing, too, to do what he does. He didn't have the practice time.
No, did not have the practice time, but had enough traffic on the pair that those 6 shots were enough for him to figure out what he wanted to do. And with a minor adjustment on the left lane after the first ball, now he looks pretty locked in, and it's a matter of whether or not who blinks next.
Will Parker give him a chance? All strikes, 6 frame. No chance there.
No blinking yet. Another great shot. Parker's locked and hasn't moved much now for the last 6-8 shots on either lane. Just making little changes to his ball roll. He's getting a little firmer. Just keeping the ball on line.
Weber's looking for 1 9 count in here somewhere.
Yeah,
just 280, 279 is still out there.
Yes. I mean, if Parker blinks here somewhere, Weber's actually got the advantage.
Not there. Wow, confident stroke.
Game on. So he can even open up. You can tell his angles are more opened up now.
No choice for Weber but to go bang, bang.
Pete's got to answer the bell here. And just keep firing.
Oh, 10 pin.
And there's the blink. I mean, when you know that your opponent is locked in like that, you just press that little tiny bit, and that little tiny bit is enough to push the ball down the lane. And the result there, just 10 pin. Good shot, just not as pure. Question is, will Parker blink before it's too late? Just another great shot by Pete. Makes the motion over to the left, to the right lane. Great release. I could watch that release all day.
Just a slight pinch in and a solid 10, but Parker Bone has a chance to do something special here.
You just, you can't bowl much better of a game here than Pete's bowling.
And that one gets
There's the
in,
blink.
and it's bad count, and it's a split, very makeable.
This was not a good shot.
Definitely 2 boards in.
Yeah, and bad direction. That ball got up the lane, and that's the mistake you couldn't make this week. You could not, this pattern's not long enough to make that mistake in and hope to get away with it.
And another pin and count.
Yeah, that completely changes the complexion of this match. Now it's 10 pins.
And no matter what Parker Bone does in the 9th, Weber can step up and tie it in his 9th.
Absolutely.
Things
and
just got interesting.
When Pete smells this situation, he's going to answer.
Good recovery. Slaps out the 7.
And it's amazing, even on our tour, the level of competition in play is so high that one mistake can cost you a title. And it could be literally one mistake for Parker Bone that costs him his title.
Solid 10 here last time. Weber to tie it up. Title match.
And that's exactly what I expected Pete to do. He pured that one off his hand.
There was no doubt looking at that.
No doubt. When I see his hand open up that clean, yeah, that's what I did this afternoon. I saw those 2 shots and said, okay, we're done.
Politely take the pencil.
Just take the pencil, give him his 30, and move on.
Best Bone can do 259. Best Weber can do 259.
Do we have the possibility of
a tie? Ten-pin roller! Oh. No.
Good shot, just a little firmer. It could have been the adrenaline. Just a really well bowled match by Pete here.
Phil for 238. Parker is pacing at 239. No double necessary. Phil ball always carries.
Always carries.
238 for Pete Weber.
Well, Mike Parker's got the hammer in hand. Of course, coming off a not really good shot on the right lane. I expect him to make a much better shot here. Question is, was any of that the lane, or was that just Parker not making a good shot?
20-pin Phil, strike would be better for the win. 10th frame. And the 7 takes its time.
Hall of Famer makes the great shot when he needs it, gets it out to the left, makes sure he doesn't make that mistake again, and turns out the one mistake doesn't cost him, and Parker's got the title.
Parker Bone III, champion at the PBA 50 Treasure Island Resort and Casino Open.
Squeaks in with a 248 in position round to get into the stair step.
Who is the most dangerous player? The one that gets in with nothing to lose.
That's right. You're playing on house money. You're free and easy. You've got momentum.
I remember a memorable World Championship where Parker went from 24th to 5th to World Champion, and now here he is, winner once again on the PBA 50 Tour. Mike Diaz, thank you so much for joining us.
All right, Mike, thank you very much. Enjoyed being on the show.
We'll see you down the road, and we'll talk to our champion in just a moment.
Comes on board to interview the winner. Congratulations again to Pete Weber, Parker Bone, the rest of the guys. They bowled great all week, and you have been wonderful. We sure appreciate everything that you have done to make this event part of your weekend. And here comes Mike J. Laneside to interview Parker Bone III. On behalf of John Weber. John Weber, ladies and gentlemen.
Also, incredible championship match. How about a hand for Hall of Famer Pete Weber? Ladies and gentlemen, the champion of the PBA 50 Treasure Island Resort and Casino Open presented by Rotogrip, PBA Hall of Famer Parker Bone III. Congratulations, Parker. There's some memorable moments in your time on the PBA Tour, most notably the PBA World Championship, where you came from 24th to 5th to claim that title, and you were outside of the top 5 prior to the position round.
Yeah, enabled by, I think that was 157, if I added up correctly. Not exactly my best game this week.
I'll verify that.
And then the step ladder, an amazing step ladder show, and you walked each step one at a time.
You know, you have to take every game for what it's worth. Obviously, your opponent's going to get up there, and you can only expect them to give you 10 quality shots or 12 quality shots when it's all said and done. Fortunately for me, nip and tuck, do the right things along the way, and then I was capable the first game to do a ball change there right at the end. And fortunately, I stayed with it the whole way and just kept moving and chasing. It worked out great.
Talked with you right before the match, and you said, when I got it, and when I don't, look out, and you had it. What do you see when you know you have it?
Well, all of a sudden my ball starts reading the lane properly, and more importantly, going through the pins. You know, I was bouncing back and forth between my Scholar and our new mastermind Einstein, and well, all of a sudden when I could put that ball in my hand, definitely I'll say the level of play seemingly went right through the roof. So fortunately, outside of one shot that game, it worked out well, and you know, I'll just say I'm standing tall right now, but my hat goes off to Pete Weber. I mean, he bowled an exceptional game, folks. It's just unbelievable when you look at that game, and I mean, you can watch both of us. We're up here doing the best we can, and Pete, just an outstanding week.
We've got a couple of tournaments left, a major left on the PBA 50 Tour, and then we'll wrap things up with a Midwest swing in Hammond, Indiana and Fort Wayne, Indiana. And your name just got entered into the ring for Player of the Year.
Yeah, it's into the ring for Player of the Year, but I got a good feeling that the couple guys that are vying for it, mainly Pete and Mike Scroggins, they're not just going to lay over and say, here you go, Parker, you take it.
The competition out of the PBA 50 circuit is stiff, and tonight's stepladder is proof. The equipment that got you there.
Well, I was, like I said earlier, I was bouncing back and forth between my Scholar and our new mastermind Einstein, and there's no question that ball gives me a little bit more pop down on the lane. I can move in and open up the lane a little bit more. I don't circle the lane a lot like some of the other players out on tour, but I got a good feeling that I may have to do that a little bit with that ball, especially after what happened here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, champion Parker Bone III.
Love it.
Tinted blue, title match, Ronnie Russell, Parker Bone III. Tournament leader indicates that Russell begins this match.
All time, or is he the second greatest left-hander of all time? You got to talk Earl Anthony, and you've got to throw Mike Albee in that mix. I guess if you go based on titles, it's Parker second all time.
Outside part of the lane and a 7-10 opener.
Brought out to championship pair.
As do you, partner.
Thank you.
Little high 4-pin.
He's going to get dialed in, and he's going to flush a lot of shots. Going to play your senior doubles in Cheektowaga, New York, just outside of Buffalo.
Little light there, 10-pin. Ronnie sticks the landing but gets the spare. Missed one of those. 7-10 your last time. Adjustment.
Come on, Kirk.
Let's get a reset here for Parker Bone III. Extreme outside part. Russell up, spare working fourth. Slaps the 10 out. Kimberly Pressler is lane side. Russell strike working, beer frame. That's the pocket. Slaps the 7 out.
Yeah! Come on!
Leads by 1 and can extend here to 11. Title coming on the PBA Summer Swing. 7th frame. Dead flush. 20.
You're like a horse. You take him out to the back and
kindly show them the exit.
Yeah.
4-time Steve Nagy Sportsmanship Award winner. Toes the line in the 8th. Yes! And he packs the pocket. It's a 1-pin.
Enough to perform under the pressure. You know.
Russell, 8 frame.
Right. Parker Bone III, 258.
For sure, yeah.
If Ronnie Russell doesn't strike on this ball.
Up in the 9th. Little high. Avoids the 4-7-9.
51-year-old Parker Bone tie himself with 34 titles. The great Mark Roth. 9th and 10th frame.
Frame. Parker Bone.
How big is that pocket? 7-10. On the line right here, Parker Bone III.
237 for Parker Bone.
He's had a phenomenal last season. He's been bowling great this season. 2 strikes, 1 pin to win.
Strike and any spare. It's a tie. That's the strike.
One more, baby.
Anything less than a strike. Parker Bone still alive for the win. Pin.
He's got to make it for a tie. He missed one. Makes this. We go to extra frames.
237-2 for the PBA Players Championship.
Ladies and gentlemen, by PBA rule, this game must be decided by a 1-ball sudden death roll-off. The higher seed, Parker Bone III, will have choice of lane and starting order. Parker? And you're going to start? Parker Bone is elected to start the roll-off on the left lane.
For Parker Bone III. Roll on. Second round of the roll-off. Parker Bone is the PBA Players Championship winner. He moves into a tie with Mark Roth with 34 titles.
Very good. You know why? Honestly, from my heart, it means a tremendous for the fact that I don't know if the great Mark Roth is here right now, but when I first met Mark, I was 16 years old, and I had no idea I could be standing in the same shoes as him with 34 titles. So, Mark, this one's for you, buddy. Thanks for allowing me to share.
Pair perfect today. On the right, the #1 seeds. And Randy, an interesting story that Kyle told us about how they ended up becoming partners. A squirrel. You'll have to deal with the real squirrel in this match. He knocked the bucket out of there and leaves the 2-5.
To go straight.
Don't chop it. No, he smothered it instead. 2016 PBA Team Challenge. A tournament in Saudi Arabia. Ooh, to the face there. That took a nasty, hard left.
Down.
And a difficult PBA Tour title, and then grabs a major in Oklahoma. Messenger is going to fall short.
It's the only downside of
Go after it, he does aggressively. Oh, Messenger there. And if he gets it?
Well, this was Kyle Troop's creation here, just so you know.
I'll tell you a quick story about that. Yeah, kick on the 4. I did a short Facebook Live about an hour before we went on. And the first strike for the Kent Tackett team.
Much better.
That's through the nose, and that's dead trouble.
Ball hooked early.
We saw this made earlier. Remember, Sean Maldonado. Ooh, kick on that 7.
Gonna bring as he's using a haywire.
How about that? Flush. Lead as the open frame of the 4th sits heavy on this Kent Tackett team. That's one way you respond. The only way you can respond. I guess the... Yeah. Wiped out that 7. 32. Nice shot. He's 2 for 2 in single pin. That's when they got hot. Kick save and a beauty.
Bet Jesper is as well. Yeah, I mean.
And that strike will do it. Running a pick play. There's the sunglasses. Kyle Troop may be 2 picks.
Yeah.
So Tackett and Kent will finish out. They will finish in second. Dad, Guppy.
You think Guppy Troop's proud right now? You back then had a fro. For the year. Just a great ensemble.
What else would you expect from Svensson?
You know, I think Guppy Troop had a fro at one time as well.
Anthony Simonson standing next to him. Oh my goodness. It's just not fair, Randy. It's not fair. One more time? Sure. Sure.
Weber made it to the semifinal. He's on a mission. Opening shot, higher seed Belmonte. Forces Weber to begin. And a 4-pin.
And it's interesting because during the break, Weber's allowed to practice on the alternate lane right next to the TV pair. And before both of his matches, he was actually staying warm, throwing a urethane ball. I'm thinking, I wonder if Pete's going to make the switch to that. Nope, stays with what he's been using.
Weber covers up the single pin, still having some footing issues.
Well, there's no more power outage left on the show with Jason Belmonte and A.J. Johnson left.
The 2-time defending Masters champion looking for a third. No one has ever done that. Opening shot. And a matching 4-pin for Belmonte. Winning 3 in a row in majors, Jason Couch accomplished that, Randy, in the Tournament of Champions.
Yeah, and you know, I have to announce, unfortunately, that Jason Couch's mother, Darlene, passed away just a couple of nights ago, and I know there's a lot of heavy hearts out there right now, including my own, and I know everybody here, Jason's family out here, we all want to pass along our deepest condolences to Jason, his dad Cliff, and the rest of the Couch family.
And I will add my thoughts as well. And now let's head down to Laneside with Kimberly.
Thanks, guys. Mike.